Morning, guys. All right, got the front all laid out. This took a few minutes. Gotta wait until a little time goes by here before we piss off the neighbors with the cutters going.
Yes, sir.
That looks beautiful. This is gonna hang off and give a nice shadow lip, and then these are gonna be the nice round bull nose. It's gonna look beautiful, especially once it gets cleaned. So last night after they left, I headed back over to the parents' house since I got all my work done while they were here, and knocked out some more work. Got another TV wall mounted and a soundbar wall mounted, got it all hooked up. And I got to order a couple more. Well, I already ordered, waiting for the parts to come in to just make it even simpler for them. Here's the back. They're just waiting on the cuts. That's all they have to do is set the perimeter and then put in all the sand, wash it down a couple times, and this will be good to go for us. Oh, it looks beautiful. I know it's hard to see on the camera because number one, it's dirty, so it looks kind of hazy, and two, it's heavy shadow. Let me see if that makes a difference. But it looks so good in person, washed, trust me. And then both steps on both sides are going to be completely done with bullnose too. So what I set Mom up with is her flat panel mounted above her desk. I'll show you guys when I go back over there, probably tonight if not tomorrow. And then sound bar mounted right underneath it. So, you know, it looks like it's one piece. And the sound bar is connected via an optical cable. It doesn't have an HDMI. For some reason, a lot of sound bars are moving away from the HDMI connection, which gives you the ARC, the audio return channel, which makes it really convenient because that allows the sound bar volume to be controlled by the TV. Alternatively, you end up with a separate remote just for the soundbar, and that's what I have in this case. And it's the lower end soundbars, but they don't need anything great. This is just a, dialogue, basically, speaker, not surround sound. So they're using Roku on all the TVs, and my goal is to make everything the same. Same remote, same controls, so they don't have to memorize or get confused about anything. So I'm setting everything up for the Roku. And what I need to do, there's optional Roku remotes. The standard remote is really standard. All it controls is the Roku itself, not even the TV volume. Then you have the enhanced remote that comes with the upper models, and that will control the TV volume. Then you have optional remotes that you can buy that also give you programmable buttons for example, controlling soundbar volume. So you can remap the volume from TV, which only works with the built-in TV codes. And it does work for the TV, but I'm not using the TV speakers. And then you can program it to control the sound bar instead. So it just works absolutely seamlessly everywhere in the house. And this was a good test because I've got the exact same setup going in Dad's office. So I ordered 2 of the remotes. I knew exactly what I would need. And I also got a 2-inch round, shallow, very important, cable pass-through so that I can hide all the wires coming down from the TV. I've got power for the soundbar and power for the TV. The Roku box actually is behind the TV, so there's no power there. It's powered by the USB port in the TV, so those are really handy to have. Shallow is important because 3 of the 4 walls in that room are exterior walls, and the way they built the house is they have the cinder blocks, and then they glued 1-inch strip boards to the cinder blocks, and then that's what they screwed the drywall into. So you don't have any air gap between the drywall and the cinder block. Well, I got an inch. So whatever wires you run behind the wall, you've got an inch to do it. And if you're going to put in some kind of pass-through or grommet, it's got to fit in that inch. And this one, it's made for such installations, and it's just 2 wing tabs that fold out with screws that hold it to the wall. And then it's just a rubber grommet piece where you pass the wires through. So make sure if you're doing that on such an exterior wall that you specifically get a shallow install grommet system, or it won't fit. That looks so cool. Perimeter getting thin set. And we'll have the overhang. while I'm waiting for them to finish up the pavers, they're getting close to finishing up the front there. A lot of cut work to do. May as well throw on the new lock here. So it's the same lock, except they've upgraded it from Z-Wave to Z-Wave Plus, and they fixed all the bugs. This original version is burning through batteries in under a month, and it's supposed to last at least 6 months. So this should fix that. It's just unbolting it, bolting on the new back, removing the old one from my network, and putting this one in. Oh yeah, it's coming out beautiful. Love the double lip, full nose. So I had to wait until they were done doing all the cutting in the front. They just finished up, moved the equipment around to the back. Still a lot of work to be done there, but here's a nice change they made on the battery tray for the lock. The old one was just flat and you had to grab it by these two things. They added this nice little pull tab up on the top. So this is a fresh install. All I had to do was swap this out. There's a quick connect on the back. Now it should go through the manual door learning process. It automatically determines which side of the door it's on. It's going to extend the bolt and retract it to find the limits. It should do that automatically. All I have to do is set my options with the dip switches. These are the what security features you want. If you like the status light to blink, if you like the beep on or off, you know, auto features and that kind of thing. All right, so it didn't do anything. I'm going to go ahead and do the manual process. I got to wash this door. So the manual process is remove the battery pack, hold down program, insert the battery pack, release, wait for it to go green, press it. Bolt extended, found the edge, bolt retracted. Once more to verify. I think that's good. Yep, okay. Now we just need to test connectivity. I've got it in SmartThings, and that's what communicates to the rest of the network. So I just added it to my you-know-who. Alexa, lock the door.
Locking. Hang on.
Wow. All right, well,
The door is locked.
another big change is they really made that motor stronger. It's twice as fast as the old model. The old one would go, nee. This one goes, nee. I'm done. Very cool. All right, now I'm gonna put the cover back on and that project is done. Sweeping in sand, washing it off. Oh, that looks so good. Now the contrast is starting to come out. Don't worry, you won't see these grout looking lines. It's just the sand sitting on top. Beautiful trim. Love the bull nose. It's got that double detail. That's better than I thought. Wow. Cruising along the back, you can see how much dust gets kicked up where they're cutting. I got the sides laid in, starting around here, and they're just going around counterclockwise, locking everything together. Custom cuts, flush up to the frame here, and I'll cut further around each post. This is going really quick. That's what I'm talking about. Awesome. That just pops with the door. Getting new welcome mats. Sweet. We're getting there, we're getting there. Perimeter is done, everything's where it needs to be. There's no sand in yet, so they're still shifting, so I gotta walk carefully. They're starting the other step over there. What I decided to have them do is only do the horizontal surfaces here and the facings and leave this strip here because the entire side and the entire side there is gray, so that'll still look uniform. So I won't have tile just, you know, in these 3 feet here looking goofy. So it'll be tile ending right there, where this one is right there. The door will shut, it'll be flush with this gray, and then this will all be tile on these surfaces. So that'll look really good. Totally covered in dust right now. First load of sand going in. Filling in all the gaps now with sand, and it'll be time to hose it off for the first settling. It's a good thing I waited to buy the rest of my lava rock. I had doubled down, made this thicker down here, and I was going to wait and finish it up, and that worked out because they had to shovel some of it away and it got all dirty from the saw. So that'll look beautiful and fresh. Now you can see it drying out and what it will look like just sitting here. Beautiful. We're getting there, Maybe another hour left. Washing off first pass here in the back, setting all the sand.
Don't even move.
Besides, not washed yet, but I wanted to see how it came out. That looks absolutely beautiful. Very nice. And I do like not putting anything here because it definitely would have looked weird with the gray just wrapping around. But that looks totally stock. That came out great. I just did a slight, or had them do, a slight overlap. Lip. Didn't need bullnose out here because that's a really short step. The bullnose wouldn't have even fit on that top one. That came out great. So they're finishing washing the other side. They already did the main area, it's still wet. So this is what it'll look like after a rain, but it looks even better and pops when it dries. Man, it looks awesome. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to move everything in, set up the second patio set. Can't wait.